Welcome back everyone, Matt Rooney here. Thinking of making the move to Cambridge, Ontario? Well, here's a little bit about why it's such an amazing place to live. Watch as I take you through the best of Waterloo region. Cambridge is broken down into three major areas: Hespeler, Galt, and Preston, each with their own unique histories. We'll get into those histories a bit more when we visit each location respectively, but as a whole, Cambridge has so much to offer residents that few people are aware of. There's loads of trails and parks with gorgeous scenery and tons of wildlife, beautiful architecture, golf courses, schools, some of the region's and even the country's best restaurants, and a whole lot more. The real estate here has been booming as of late as well, due in large part to the city's proximity to a lot of major highways like the 401. Keep watching as I try to highlight just a bit of what makes Cambridge so great. Let's start with the scenery. Like so many other parts of our region, the Grand River flows right through Cambridge. But I think Cambridge gets the best of it. Unlike the other areas, the Grand flows right through this city and down the heart of Galt. It offers some great views from a couple of restaurants and for quite a few home and condo owners. There are a ton of trails and paths that follow the Grand, and you'd be hard-pressed not to spot a few deer, fox, and other small animals as you follow along. It also makes for great bird watching, fishing, and boating. If you follow the trail along the Grand down Blair Road and George Street, you'll end up in River Bluffs Park. This park is used to throw some pretty cool summer events and is the perfect place to launch your canoe or kayak. River Bluffs also happens to be right across the street from Dixon Park, home to a few baseball diamonds and the annual fair. If you head into Hespeler Village, arguably the coolest little area in Cambridge, you'll find Mill Pond and the Speed River, which flows through Riverside Park and into the Grand. This river also offers the views and hiking opportunities of the Grand. There's a lot more to see than just these few parks and rivers, but we'll save some of that for when we take a walk through each different community. Cambridge really has the best of all worlds. From city strips that make you truly feel like you're in a small town, to big box stores, to suburbs and farmland. Head downtown Galt, where you'll find classic architecture in the form of old cathedrals and schoolhouses. Drive down Highway 24 in Hespeler for shopping malls, fast food restaurants, and car dealerships, or walk down Queen Street in Hespeler Village along the Speed River to see all the little mom and pop shops. Cambridge sort of wraps around the east side of Kitchener, so you can find exits off the 401 on both the east and west sides of its counterpart. It's because of this and its proximity to Guelph, Highway 6, Hamilton, and Toronto that Cambridge's real estate has seen such a growth in the last few years. And because of the city's layout, you really can take a back road or two to get to just about any of the major cities in the surrounding area of Ontario. You also can't miss the up-and-coming Gaslight District in Galt. Announced a couple of years ago, this $120 million development is scheduled for completion in 2020. It's set to be home to residential and commercial spaces alike and is expected to attract young urbanites to an area that has seen housing prices climb ever since this development was passed. You'll never be short of places to dine in Cambridge. I can't showcase every restaurant in this video, but here are a few that you should definitely check out if you haven't already. First and foremost, there's Langdon Hall. This hotel and spa is an outstanding retreat, even if you live just down the road. They offer a fine dining restaurant that has consistently ranked in Canada's top 100 restaurants from number 1 and 2 to 4 and 16. You have to dress up to eat here though. This is one of the few restaurants left that require men to wear a jacket to dinner. Since you'll be in the neighborhood anyways, right across from Langdon Drive is a little wine bar called Easy Pour. This quaint spot has live music and a great wine list, obviously, making it the perfect spot to act like a sophisticated alcoholic. Keep heading into Galt and you'll find the Cambridge Mill, part of Pearl Hospitality's group of restaurants. The mill is situated right on the Grand River and offers what is probably the best views diners can hope for in Waterloo region. This place is notorious for its weddings, with several floors and rooms dedicated to just that, but they save the main floor for restaurant goers to enjoy lunch, dinner, or even Sunday brunch. You can find a ton of other restaurants throughout Galt, down King Street in Preston, on Hespeler Road, and in Hespeler Village, where you can also find the local brewery, Four Fathers, with some tasty snacks and an amazing home brew. There are loads of elementary and secondary schools scattered throughout Cambridge, and I'll touch on all of those in future videos. But Cambridge also hosts the University of Waterloo's Architecture Campus and two of Conestoga College's campuses, including the major 260,000 square foot facility right next door to Kitchener's home campus in Doon. This building is home to Conestoga's School of Engineering and Information Technology, some programs from the School of Trades and Apprenticeship, and the Institute of Food Processing Technology. The fun doesn't stop there. Cambridge has two major recreational parks, Riverside and Cambridge Sports Park, full of volleyball courts, baseball diamonds, ice rinks, basketball courts, skate parks, soccer fields and football fields, and a whole lot more. Cambridge also boasts some serious golf courses. There's the private Hespeler, also one of Pearl Hospitality's properties, and another great place for weddings. Hespeler has had the pleasure of playing host to the Manulife LPGA tournament and is a tough yet beautiful course. There's Galt Country Club right on the Grand River, another stunning course and clubhouse, and then there are a plethora of other courses sprinkled throughout the city. I find it's rare to hear people speaking of Cambridge. Maybe it gets lost in the rest of the region, but I think Cambridge has some of the best of everything our region has to offer. I don't think people realize the size of this city or all of the hidden and not so hidden gems it has to offer. It may be home to the best restaurants, scenery, and real estate in Waterloo region, so whether you live in the city, nearby, or from out of town, I highly recommend touring through all of Hespeler, Preston, and Galt to learn for yourselves everything there is to do and see here. As I mentioned, I'll break this city down into its smaller communities in future videos so that you can see in detail all that Cambridge has to offer, but feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions about the city or the region. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and make sure you join me next time as I take you through the best of Waterloo region.